Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello. 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 Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you today?
Fine, sir.
Fine, good evening.
Good evening. The network has been a bit funny, but we thank God. There will be more students today. Who is talking there now, please? Hello. Let's just see how we can admit a couple of persons. Okay. Okay. Welcome to topic 5. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you also see the screen I'm sharing, please?
There's an obstruction, like a black shade.
Yes, in front of it.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bless God. Now, we were looking at topic 5, editing in documentary film production. The last time we left with an assignment, we divided us into 2 groups because I told us that our assignment is basically experimental. But what I don't understand is that it appears we are in the excess of 300 participants, and we've not had more than 13 or 14 students in this class. I even took the pains for us to even have a Telegram group, and I further took the pains to upload everything on the VLE on that platform. I encourage you to be part of it, and yet students are not coming online. What could be the problem, please?
Sir, what I think could be the problem is that, from the outset, the vice chancellor
from the outset, not onset.
Oh, sorry, sir.
It's okay.
The vice chancellor make it compulsory for students to attend to online facilitation, but due to the complaint of the students, he withdrew that. That okay, it's no more compulsory, and the online facilitation is not attached with 10 mark. I think that will be the cause, because students are saying that as far as it's not compulsory, it's not generating any mark. Why would I be joining any class? I think that is the
you
cause.
sure of what you are saying?
Probably, sir.
No,
Okay.
I don't think the vice chancellor said that. It was the issue of semesters that the vice chancellor cancelled. That issue of if you have failed the semester course, you can't redo it until the next session.
Hello,
that was what
it's okay. I just wanted to know how the kind of feedback from your side, because so much is being committed to this process, both human and material resources. So let's hope that somewhere along the line, other participants will join us. Let's go. We just have 1 hour. Maybe we'll continue our discussion in other platforms we meet together. As I said earlier, our topic today is editing in documentary film production. And under that, we're going to consider 4 main issues, meaning definition of editing, 3 decision-making areas in cutting a film, modes or processes of editing a film, and types of editing. So we just quickly move to what editing is. Please, if you are not seeing my screen, you kindly let me know. Can you see the screen? Hello, can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let me accept these people. Admit them, please. Okay. Okay. Editing is the process of selecting the parts of the shots that are good and that serve the needs of the film, and eventually discarding the rest that are not relevant. It is also referred to as the cutting of film. So when you hear people use the word cutting of film, they're talking about editing, basically. Editing, therefore, requires extensive knowledge of the mechanics of cutting. This time, we're not cutting with a knife. Each scene must have generally been photographed and recorded several times, with each filming being regarded as a these are typical. Please help with the comment. You want to mute the sound, please. Hello. Hello. The sound.
Rukayas, please mute yourself now.
Okay. Thank you. Must have generally been photographed and recorded several times, with each film being regarded as a take. That's just a technical expression. Each shot is called a take in film generally, and documentary film. During the filming exercise or shooting exercise, the director decides which takes are good enough to print. Film editing involves the use of plot in arranging the presentational sequence of the story, of the storyline. The strategy enables the idea of the creative work as conceived to be actualized. You know, we talked about developing the idea earlier. So it's not just sufficient to develop the idea. When you are in the stage of the shooting script, you are actually filming, and you could take several takes. You select the one you want to use that are good enough for your production, and you discard the one you want to discard. Here, the editor is crucial. He applies his skill, knowledge, and experience to produce a perfect work. So basically, editing is cutting in film, and it has to do with taking those shots or takes the ones that are relevant to your work, and discarding those that are not relevant to your work. Is that understood? Hello? Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See on that screen, please. Can we move on?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, the next we've isolated for discussion is 3 decision-making areas in cutting a film. We've agreed that editing is cutting a film. Now, what are the 3 decision-making areas in cutting a film? 1 is cutting picture, 2 is cutting sound, 3 is determining optical effects such as dissolves, fades, special effects, etc. Please let me admit some persons. Okay. Abba and Adeni. Okay. We're just 6 yet. Well, okay. Waiting room 1. Who is that person now? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's continue, please. Now, we've identified cutting picture, cutting sound, and determining optical effects. So what is cutting picture? For pictures, editing entails going through the shots or takes, as the case may be, and determining their specific order. Then deciding on the precise transition point from one shot to the next. The order of shots may be predetermined in a narrative film, though that order may not be as rigid as first assumed. In documentary and experimental film, you may have to devise the order yourself, depending on your shooting script. So you could cut pictures. That's one decision-making area you must undergo. The second decision-making area is cutting or editing sound. This includes a number of approaches such as cutting sync tracks in conjunction with the picture. Sorry, let me admit these persons. Okay. 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 Now, we've given a rule before that after 20 minutes we not admit, but because the classical attitude to attendance in the online class, we try to admit whoever makes effort to be here. As I was trying to say, in cutting sound, you make sure that there is a synchronization of your tracks, sound tracks with the picture. Determining the relationship between music and picture could help to build complication and help the sound effects to enhance the picture more synchronized with the picture. The third, hello, can you hear me, please? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
The third decision-making process area is optical effects, which implies a graphic effect that is created in the lab situation. Optical effects include split screens, keyholes, freeze frame, spines, wipes, and a host of other effects executed by the lab at filmmaker's instruction and done prior to the final printing. After you've cut the sound and sync it to the sound, you need to enhance the optical effect of your work by bringing in some graphical effects, and this is done in the laboratory. So basically, Those are the 3 decision-making areas in cutting a film. Please, before we move forward to modes of editing a film, let's admit, is it Techno Power or something? I don't know. Okay, we've admitted that person. So let's move on to modes or processes of editing a film. Modes or processes of editing a film. Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Can you also see my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. Okay, modes, processes of editing a film. Having noted that editing, Abba, you raised your hand. What's the problem, please? Hello, Abba. Abba Andy. Hello. Okay, let's continue. Having noted that editing involves the process of carefully selecting those shots that are good, that will help the director or the producer in achieving the major objectives of going into documentary film production, and establish the 3 decision-making areas in cutting a film, we need to know the modes or processes of editing a film. The modes or processes are: 1, real-time editing; 2, post-production editing. What is real-time editing? Real-time editing mode makes it possible to present live shows and programs as the events happen. The editing process involves the use of materials from various sources and blending them to produce the screen experience known as film. For example, the live news coverage of, say, NTA or AIT or Channels Television of the visit of the President of Nigeria to the National Open University of Nigeria, Abuja. If we take that as an example, we could have shots such as presidential convoy is seen moving. Are you with me, please?
Yes.
Another one could be, a scene is shown where government officials are waiting in front of the red carpet laid for the president. Another shot was activities showing journalists in the front where the president is to address them. And of course, another one would be cultural dance troops entertaining the crowd. If we blend all of these scenes with sounds perfectly, with appropriate graphical effects as a package, we must have produced a live program, and such editing is called real-time editing. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The second one is the post-production editing. Unlike the live production, we just live screening that we just indicated or explained a while ago, the post-production is the arrangement of shots or picture frames obtained from a performance in other ways. It is an after performance production. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? It is an after performance production designed to match the plot and the storyline with what the audience is expected to watch on the screen. It is not as time pressured as the real-time editing. You know, the real-time editing is just as you are, as the event is happening, you are editing and screening. But this time, there is a time lag. It takes a longer time to achieve this one as against the real-time editing. It is therefore time determined so that the edited version of the film fit into a specific time frame and as desired by the director without losing any major aspect of the work. So basically, we have two modes, as I've said, the real-time editing and the what? The post-production editing. So I want us to move on to the next so that we could have time for that discussion, which is the types of editing. Types of editing. Okay. Types of editing. Can you see that on the screen, please? Hello?
It has not appeared yet.
Okay.
That's appeared now.
Okay, thank you. Now, there are two basic types of film editing. Just the way we have two types of processes of editing in a film. They originate from the equipment and process that are applicable in realizing the editing objective. So the two types of film editing that we have originate from the kind of equipment and the kind of what? Process. Let's accept TechnoSpark. A minute, please. Let's just see how many people can bring on. Okay. Now, we said the type of equipment and the type of process could determine the type of editing that is applicable. The type considered and used is a matter of convenience. It's a matter of convenience to the director or to the producer or to the filmmaker, as the case may be. Let's accept this person, please. Okay. Now, it's a matter of convenience and available what? Technology. For example, you know, we have assignments in which the entire class is divided into two. That is a 1-minute documentary on any contemporary subject matter, right? Hello?
Yes, sir, exactly.
And we have two leaders already, and everybody is divided into the groups. Now, we had suggested that you don't need to go and get higher cameras. So we said that we could use our smartphone, but we can go to an editing studio to do the finishing work, make it under 1 minute, and that could stand for our practical work. So if that is anything to go by, yeah, we are also saying that it's a matter of convenience and available technology. What is available to us at that level is the smartphone, right? And of course, yes, we also have the opportunity, by the grace of God, to go to a studio, or anybody that is very conversant with or laptop can actually edit our film. Be that as it may, there are two types of forms of editing, and these are linear editing and what? The non-linear editing. Linear editing, we're talking about, are we together, please?
Yes, sir.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Now, in linear editing, video tapes are used for playbacks and recording. It is a tape-based recording system where whether analog or digital, the sequence of review is orderly and progressive. Continuality of events takes place in a specific order, which is not to be altered. In linear editing, yes. In linear editing system, that is LES, two videotape recorders That's VTR. Please be conscious of these technical expressions. You can see that VTR. That is video tape what? Recorder, right?
Yes.
Are we together? Okay.
Yes,
now,
sir.
2 video tape recorders are required. One plays back the recorded tape while the other is used in recording selected shots from the former, according to the editing plan that has earlier been set out. The shots to be selected can be identified from the recorded tape using the tape counter to find the exact location of the said shot in the produced tape. The editor notes the 2 monitors, the preview monitor and the final view monitor. The preview monitor is used to watch and select shots or takes from the review videotape recorder. It is the pictures on this monitor that enable the editor to pause the review tape and select shots. The other monitor shows the recorded images from the editing videotape recorder. The linear editing system is largely manual in operation. You soon find out that it is essentially different from the non-linear editing. It is essentially what? Manual. It is largely manual. The system copies the desired shots in a specific order and places them in a predetermined sequence on another tape. The linear editing system, therefore, is copy-oriented. Don't forget that we said that there are 2 VTRs. One is to produce it, the other one is to copy it, isn't it? So we say that the linear editing system is what? Copy-oriented. That clear?
Yes, sir.
The second
Yes, sir.
type of editing is the non-linear editing. The second type of film editing is the non-linear editing. A minute, let me take water. Okay. The second type of editing is the non-linear what? Editing, otherwise known as the NLE system. It is disk-based rather than tape-based linear editing. So there is a marked difference between the linear and the non-linear. If you are asked, for example, to distinguish between the linear and the non-linear, the first thing your mind should go to is that whereas the linear editing is tape-based, non-linear editing is what? Disk-based.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Non-linear editing uses the computer for storage. This as against the VTR. Reviews and the editing of video and audio data files. The system allows one to jump from one shot or take to another. This is not possible with the what? The linear. Irrespective of the location of the desired shot in the file, one can jump from, say, shots 1 to 7 without accessing the shots in between the shots 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, for instance. The capability of random access is created since one can jump and access any desired shot at will. In the non-linear editing, the program to be edited is converted digitally into electronic signals and recorded in a disk. The disk is loaded into a computer's disk drive, which enables the system to accept and respond to what? Commands. The shot identification takes place within the shortest imaginable time frame. It provides one that is you or me, the opportunity of taking editing decisions that enables the shot to relate and blend with each other to produce a thrilling synergy which tells the story of the plot. So basically, we have two types of film editing: the linear editing, which is tape-based, and the non-linear editing, which is what? Disc-based. So next week, hopefully, by the grace of God, I believe we'll look at the other part, which has to do with the functionality or the functions of editing. Thank you for listening. But I know that we have a whole lot to talk about. Maybe you have questions, you have queries, you have comments so far. Yes. While I check the chat, okay, this I cannot sound. Abba Andy, can you hear now? Abba Andy, hello. We can hear you clearly, sir. Why is Abba Andy complaining now? Abba Andy,
It's not
can
online.
you hear me?
It's not online again.
Okay. Maybe that's just a connectivity problem. Okay. So you have any observation? It's the learning process for all of us. The issues that you raised, I'm an external facilitator. I will share it with the managers of this program so that we know, because I was just wondering, I keep sending messages to over 500 students, but some 200 returns back to me. It means that some emails are not working or functional. Since we're meeting for some 5 thereabout weeks, it's just been this number that we've been having, just about today now we're at 9. Just 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is it gives one cause for worry. But let's just take some questions, queries. Comments on the class with
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
I think he has
Yeah,
logged. I think
it has
network
network.
has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
network. Network. I
So
think
me,
it's network.
I'll log out and come back and see if he's going to come back. I'm leaving the meeting. I'll come back to see whether.
Okay.
Mm.
The problem is that he has to accept you. You know that well, if he's not online, he can't accept.
And so then I leave and he accepts, and I know he's back. Abi.
He's
So
back. He's back. He's back.
okay, he's back.
Mm.
Yeah, he's back. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you back?
Yeah, he's back. It is working on his audio stuff. Because it's only the video that is active now. He's trying to work on the audio.
Okay.
Uh,
He has gone out again. I'll just log out and come back. He's not here again. So
it's the network.
yeah.
He's trying to connect to the audio, but I think the network from his side is frustrating. So hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Are you
Hello?
back?
Yeah, he's back.
Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah,
hear
welcome.
is network?
Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
can hear you.
we know.
Yes. Oh, sorry, just is it a Zoom pandemic or what? I was battling with it here, but we thank God we are here now. So thank you, that person. Please try to. Okay. Yes. So I was asking. You have comments, queries, observation, and the progress made so far. Yes. Yes, please. I'm all ears.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, please. Is that
Before you
only
went, yes, sir. Before you
okay?
went
Yes.
offline, I was about to ask about this post-production editing.
Yes.
You make mention of as in having several shots or take
All of
for.
them, all of them, whether it's linear, whether it's post editing, you do have several shots. It's just that one is more of manual orientation, even though you still use machine, and the other one is more of digital orientation. We had established that the linear editing is tape-based, tape.
Yes.
That's video recorded, whereas the non-linear is disc-based.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yeah.
So most of the operations are rather automatic, digital. Are you with me? So
yes, sir.
that is the basic difference between the linear and the what non-linear.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. I want to protest from that side. Concerning the assignment, the group assignment.
Yes, sir.
You said we need to, after taking the shot of the documentary that the script we wrote about.
No, you are not right. You must, we gave an assignment to another assignment. No, listen.
Sir?
We talked about the material from our course manual now.
Okay.
The Never Again story.
Okay.
You remember that assignment?
Yes.
I said you should do what? There was an assignment I gave on that. You should read it. And no, that's not 1 minute documentary. There was an assignment that I gave there with Never Again story.
Okay. Sir, can you?
You should do the treatment and the production script, the shooting script.
Okay.
I have sent the course manual to your platform now. The course manual is on the VLE. The course manual is in your Telegram platform. Have you not seen it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Sir.
We have the course manual. Yes.
So why don't you go to that story? I wanted to draw your attention to it. That's why I said go and read it.
Yeah, the story of the drug addict or the guy.
Yes. So now if you go through that and combine it with the class we had in developing the idea, you discover that you don't just go take a shot. You must decide on the subject matter you want to address. Please, who is that now? Please. Okay. Now, you must decide on the subject matter. I gave you instances of is it the information on the new normal now, which is COVID, right? I gave another instance, if I can remember, on kidnapping challenge. So as a group, you must decide on the subject you want to address. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then you do the story. Then after doing the story, you do the treatment. After doing the treatment, you do the shooting script. It is that shooting script that will not tell you this shot, that shot. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Just jump to what Olumide is telling us. Because if you do that, you are not likely going to have a perfect work done. And you must look at the types of documentary films that we identified. You remember we identified about 5.
Nature,
realist. So you will decide, is it the realist you want to do? Is it the newsreel you want to do? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's not something you rush over. If you ask me, I will say you have your own group platform where you take decisions or
yes, we do have group platform.
We still have about 2 to 3 weeks to do this. I want us during the revision week, which is the 8th week, we'll look at all this. If possible, we'll also play them as a group. Then the facilitator will talk, other groups will talk, will be better off. And those of us who have interest, even after graduation, because the government is interested in empowering people. What do I mean by that? Not just you getting the certificate now, but you have certain skills that you can use to make a living or make your own livelihood. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
There are
sir.
people that just live on making documentary films. In Nigeria, for example, we have Femi Odubemi. That's many people. If you don't want to make documentary film, you can also make other forms of film. You can also work in establishment. So please, I want us to go through this process. Thank God Olumide is asking, and I believe that my little explanation has cleared certain gray areas. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
So,
sir. We work
Yes,
on
sir.
that.
well, if Yoma is not in the class, why?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, who is in the second group that is on ground? Hello? Beauty, are you in the second group? Hello, Beauty. Hello, Beauty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not in
Are you
any
in
group.
the second group?
I'm not in any group yet.
Hey,
Oh,
chief.
okay. But you are not in the WhatsApp platform.
No, this is my first time joining in.
Okay.
Please meet
All
with
right.
Olumide, then you will know what to do in putting you into the respective group. Please, let all of us, I don't want to believe the information you gave me earlier, which I will find out about. Even if they say you have alternative, why don't you use the opportunity to be part of this online class? As a facilitator, is almost the same experience with you. I started doing this, I think last year when the pandemic started. And it is likely that this is the future for us. This is where the future is going. Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I will too.
So please, let's seize the opportunity, let's enjoy it, and let's make the best of it. So any other
Thank you, sir.
question, query, comment? Thank you too. Any other question, query, comment? And you can go back to these videos again. I hope you have seen the links I put out.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. In the
The link
Telegram.
after this class now, I will put it in the PLE, I will put it in YouTube, and of course, by your own or agreement, I also put it on what they call it now, the Telegram platform, which I believe even Olumide or who can do. Please, the information is everywhere so that we make excellent results. Encourage your classmates to come up. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
That okay?
Fine, sir.
Thank you
I
very
will.
much, sir.
I will drop the link for the Telegram.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You're just coming for the first time.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Where I've always been, there hasn't been enough network there. So I was able to move
Oh.
around here, and that's why I'm able to access it.
Drop your numbers in the chat. Drop your numbers in the chat so Mr. Olumide
Okay.
can get your numbers and add you to
I'll
the
do that
Telegram
right
group.
away.
Mm.
Because I was even wondering. I was
Yes.
wondering what the group was all about, but I do want to talk until he's done talking.
Okay, the course. Okay, please. The course is documentary filmmaking. Simply the recording or the filming of actualities for the purpose of entertainment and education. I want you to go to the VLE and check, listen to the classes we've had. And I'm sure before next week, where we are expected to look at the functions of editing, to be able to grasp what we've been doing. You know, we cannot just be going back because of you. Now, I hope you understand.
I understand, so no problem, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so, Obaseki, you are in the second group, I guess.
He's in Bright's group.
Okay, he's in the
Bright's
Bryce
group. Mr. Bright.
Okay,
That's the group I'm in, and I think I've seen his name.
Olumide.
What about
Yeah.
Ladies, what group?
Yes, I'm in Mr. Bright's
Sorry,
group,
sir.
sir.
Obaseki is here. I'm in that group.
Okay, who is in Ifeoma's group, please? Yes. Anybody? Okay,
I don't
so
think so.
maybe Olufunke Aderuba and Shulamite Uzoma will join Ifeoma's group, please.
Olufunke
Okay, sir.
is on my group.
Is in your group, you mean?
Yes,
Yes, I'm in Mr. Olumide's
Okay.
group.
Okay, so Shulamite should join Ifeoma's group, please.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
I've dropped the link. I've dropped the link for the Telegram group, so you can find Izoma number on that group.
Okay.
Is Mr.
Yeah.
Olumide Mr. Bright? Mr.
Yes,
Olumide,
yes.
are you Mr. Bright? Oh, you're the
Yes,
same
yes.
person. Okay.
And please encourage your classmates that if we come to this online lecture or meeting, it is a win-win situation for all of us. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
A
sir.
win-win situation. So have a great day. We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
sir.
next week. God
Thank you
bless
very
you.
much, sir.
Thank you,
Shalom.
sir. God bless
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you, sir.
You
Thank
too, sir.
you, sir. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
sir.
Um,
That's it.